43 right now. Honor Flight was created back in 2005, and since then more than 130 hubs have been created across the country, making it possible for tens of thousands of veterans to go on trips, they call them missions, to our nation's capital.
A few years ago, Honor Flight Southland was created. They invited KTLA 5's Casey Montoya to tag along on what proves to be a very emotional journey.
With his proud daughter capturing every priceless moment, 90-year-old Navy veteran Ben Reed finally gets the hero's welcome he's been waiting for. The sailor served as a U.S. Navy coxswain in the South Pacific, and while looking for ways to commend her father's time as an active ally, Michelle McCormick heard about the Honor Flight a few years back, but feared the waiting list would be too long.
We got on the list. We were actually supposed to maybe go in October, and then they had a last-minute cancellation, and here we are, within a week.
The petty officer feels lucky to make today's logbook and be given this rare opportunity to tour our nation's historic monuments.
February 19th, we descend upon that island. 40 Marines, by the way, and they have the stars and stripes with them, and they plant that flag.
First stop, Arlington National Cemetery, where more than 400,000 active duty service members, veterans, and their families are laid to rest. The symbolic changing of the guard ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is a special moment for the father-daughter duo. Next stop, the Women in Military Service for America Memorial, then the U.S. Air Force Memorial. But on the momentous journey, it's the World War II Memorial that's the most memorable and moving. A welcome complete in period costume, Ben beams as he gets a thankful kiss on the cheek. As thoughts travel back in time, emotions of today swell to the surface.
Kind of overwhelming, especially for old people. Old people are not supposed to be emotional, but we are. This has been a great trip. I wish every vet could make it.
And as the man who served not for self, but for country confides he's only been thanked a few times for risking his life, there is no doubt this is a moment that will be cherished far after this family returns home.
I think for the first time in a long time, he's feeling like people truly appreciate him and his service. I'm so thankful that he's had the experience to know that Americans do support our veterans and they do appreciate what they've done.
That is so powerful. One of the more than 130 Honor Flight hubs across the country is right here in Southern California.
Joined us this morning, the co-founder of the local chapter of this incredible program, Craig Van Doren of Honor Flight Southland. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Why did you start it?
Well, I kind of got into it two different ways. First off is both my parents, my mother and my father, were both World War II Navy veterans. They met in the service. And I come from pretty much a military family, and it's just a chance to pay a generation a chance to give them a good thank you that they've never had that big thanks before. So,
when you see these images, I mean, it gets you. Like that, Mr. Reed, Ben Reed, amazing. You could just see the emotion, and just for us watching it, it's very emotional, very powerful. These really mean something, these trips.
It is incredible, and Ben's story is just one of the 264 that we've heard on the veterans that we've taken on the trips. In fact, it's the stories that hook you. This is all living history, and you know, we just want to try to capture it while there's still an opportunity to catch it, because in a few more years it's all going to be a moot point.
I mean, just look at their faces. You can just see it all over their faces, how much this means to them.
A trip that they had not taken or were not able to take on their own.
Right, it's a trip of a lifetime for them. You know, and unfortunately or fortunately, you know, for a lot of these folks, this is the last chapter of their life, in many cases the last paragraph of their life, and to be able to give them this thank you at this point in their life is just, it's the most rewarding thing that we've been able to do.
So it's a cross-country trip. it's very expensive. Can you talk about that? Is that why they can't do it? Is it just because they don't have the support to be able to do these tours that you provide for them? All that. What is it that makes it so difficult?
It's a little bit of everything. In most cases, because we're out on the West Coast, it's a little more difficult. Our logistics are different than an East Coast hub. A lot of those are able to do it in one day. Our trips are 3 days in duration. It's 3 days, 2 nights. And, you know, we have to arrange for the guardian to go with them. That's all about safety. We're concerned for the safety of the veterans. And it's just a much more, more of a difficult thing for us to do. But that's why we so much depend on the support of all of our donors that help make these trips happen. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do it.
It's an amazing gift that you're giving. You're changing their lives. Like, really, it's an amazing gift to give them.
Well, the reward is ours, let me tell you. So.
Well, you know what? You can help make a veteran's dream come true. All you have to do is visit ktla.com/honorflight to make a donation. You just saw how important it is and what it can do for these families. This Memorial Day weekend, you can really make a difference. KTLA has your ticket to board that honor flight. Tonight, in fact, at 7:30, you can watch the half-hour special and see more very emotional moments as we continue to take and honor American heroes.
You make a good point. There's a very limited amount of time to help make sure it's accomplished for all. 8:49 right now. Let's get with Liberty. Take a look.